On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy. Foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Corridor.
A hallway or passageway, especially one connecting rooms or areas within a building or structure.
Examples:
Walk along a corridor. Air corridor. The long corridor was filled with people rushing to get to their rooms before the meeting began.
Conservationist.
A person who advocates or acts to protect and preserve the environment and wildlife.
Examples:
Wildlife conservationist. Dedicated conservationist. The extinction of this species has been a significant concern for conservationists.
Ecosystem.
All the plants and living creatures in an area and the way they affect each other and the environment.
Examples:
Marine ecosystem. Change the ecosystem. Human conservation efforts often fail unexpectedly because they disturb the balance of the ecosystem.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
A peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. Severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Endangered.
At risk of extinction because it is facing significant threats.
Examples:
Endangered species. Endangered ecosystem. The government has implemented policies to protect the habitat of endangered animals.
Rhinoceros.
Also rhino, a large, thick-skinned mammal with one or two horns on the nose, typically found in Africa and Asia.
Examples:
Rhinoceros habitat. White rhinoceros. The baby rhinoceros at the wildlife sanctuary was recently born and is very cute.
Orangutan.
A large long-armed ape with red-brown hair that lives in Borneo and Sumatra and has arboreal habits.
Examples:
Orangutan arm. Female orangutan. The researcher found new species of orangutan on the island.
Roam.
To move about or travel aimlessly or without a fixed destination, to wander.
Examples:
Roam freely. Roam the countryside. I love to roam around the city and discover new neighborhoods.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Patriarchal.
Relating to or characteristic of a society or system in which men hold the dominant roles and positions of power, male-dominated.
Examples:
Patriarchal society. Patriarchal government. The patriarchal system that many societies have is outdated and unfair to women.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples:
Operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Subservient.
Willing to obey or serve someone else without question or complaint, excessively obedient or submissive.
Examples:
Subservient relationship. Subservient role. Her subservient attitude made it easy for her boss to take advantage of her.
Congregate.
To come together or gather in a group or assembly, to collect or accumulate in a particular place or area.
Examples:
Congregate at the park. Congregate in a mosque. The protesters plan to congregate in front of the city hall to raise awareness for their cause.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Consult.
To seek or get advice or information from a person, book, or other source having special knowledge on a particular subject.
Examples:
Regularly consult with a doctor. Consult my wallet. Always consult a lawyer before launching a business.
Conserve.
To protect something, especially the natural environment or culture, from change, damage, or destruction.
Examples:
Means to conserve energy. Conserve coal resources. Children must be taught to conserve our natural environment.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples:
Non-technical aspects of the job. Aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Straightforward.
Easy to do or understand, or simple, free from ambiguity.
Examples:
Straightforward manner. Make a straightforward dash. The defendant gave a straightforward and accurate description of the accident.
Accompanying.
Being in a position next to or near something or someone.
Examples:
Accompanying equipment. Accompanying documents. The accompanying music was soothing and added to the ambience.
Trek.
A long and difficult journey, typically on foot.
Examples:
Horseback trek. Trek expedition. He was preparing for a long trek through the mountains.
Wit.
The ability to say or write things or ideas in a clever and humorous way.
Examples:
The wit of man. Full of wit. He has the wit to keep talking about this topic.
Encroachment.
An act of moving or advancing into someone else's territory or area of control, an invasion or infringement upon someone else's rights or interests.
Examples:
Encroachment of territory. Encroachment on personal rights. The encroachment of the new housing development on the wildlife habitat caused concern among environmentalists.
Timber.
The wood of trees cut and prepared for construction.
Examples:
Timber construction. Standing timber. The house uses sturdy timber and has withstood many storms.
Encroach.
To advance beyond the usual or acceptable limit gradually and often without being noticed, to infringe upon someone's territory, rights, privacy, etc.
Examples:
Encroach on the realm. Encroach on the habitat of the animal. You have no right to encroach on my leisure time.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Upstream.
In the direction against a stream's current, adverb, toward the source or beginning of a stream, river, or process.
Examples:
Swim upstream. Upstream direction. The company is investing heavily in upstream research and development.
Disaster.
An unexpected event or series of events that cause widespread damage, destruction, or loss of life.
Examples:
Global disaster. Disaster recovery. The disaster response team worked around the clock to aid those affected by the earthquake.
Downstream.
In the direction that a stream or river flows, adjective, in the direction of a stream's current.
Examples:
Go downstream in a boat. Downstream processing. The boat drifted downstream and was carried away by the current.
Rainfall.
The amount of rain that falls in a specific location at a particular moment.
Examples:
The mean annual rainfall. Heavy rainfall. These plants thrive in hot climates with abundant rainfall.
Flash.
A sudden intense burst of radiant energy, a momentary brightness.
Examples:
A flash of lightning. Brilliant flash. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Flood.
A large amount of water flowing beyond its normal limits, an overwhelming number or amount.
Examples:
Flood advisory. A flood of questions. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Landslide.
A large, sudden movement of a mass of rock, earth, or other material down a slope.
Examples:
Landslide victory. Prevent a landslide. The massive landslide buried the small village under a thick layer of rock and dirt.
Destroy.
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely.
Examples:
Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Infrastructure.
The basic systems, services, or features that are necessary for an organization or country, such as transport and power supplies.
Examples:
IT infrastructure. Infrastructure cost. Aging societies tend to require huge costs for infrastructure maintenance.
Villager.
A person who lives in a village or small rural community. A person who is part of a close-knit and traditional community.
Examples:
Villager community. Local villager. The rural villagers were saddened by the destruction of their homes in the natural disaster.
Refuge.
The state of being safe or protected from danger, trouble, or difficulty, or a place providing shelter or protection from them.
Examples:
Refuge camp. A harbor of refuge. Some of the émigrés sought refuge in this country.
Shelter.
A structure built to provide protection from poor weather, danger, or attack.
Examples:
Rainproof shelter. Anti-air raid shelter. They really need food and shelter.
Refugee.
A displaced person who has crossed national borders and who cannot or is unwilling to return home due to political, religious, or economic reasons or because of a war.
Examples:
Global refugee crisis. The refugee camp. The community warmly welcomed the refugees.
Privacy.
Someone's right to keep their personal matters and relationships not watched or interrupted by other people.
Examples:
Privacy abuse. Trespass on a person's privacy. This conduct would be an invasion of privacy.
Uniform.
Always the same, showing a single form or character in all occurrences. Noun, the special set of clothes worn by members of a particular group as a means of identification.
Examples:
At a uniform temperature. Our school uniform. This country has a nationally uniform culture.
Contest.
A competition in which people compete for supremacy in a sport or other activity, a struggle between rivals.
Examples:
A speech contest. A close contest. There was a vast contest between the two tribes.
Patch.
A small piece of material or fabric used to repair or reinforce a tear, hole, or damaged area. A small plot of land used for cultivation or a specific purpose.
Examples:
Patch of grass. Software patch. I need to sew a patch onto my jeans that ripped.
Declare.
To say, state, or announce something clearly, officially, or publicly.
Examples:
Declare independence. Declare my love. Foreign goods from abroad must be declared to customs when entering a country.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Acknowledge.
To accept or admit the existence, reality, or truth of something. To accept that someone or something has a particular authority or quality. To express obligation, thanks, or gratitude for someone's help, commitment, etc.
Examples:
Acknowledge the deed. Acknowledge his help. He never acknowledged his fault.
Paperwork.
Administrative tasks that involve writing or typing documents.
Examples:
Paperwork process. Bureaucratic paperwork. The paperwork for the loan application was extensive.
Affirm.
To assert that something is true or real, to state positively.
Examples:
Affirm old traditions. Affirm strong identity. I affirm that I will always stand by my beliefs.
Obtain.
To get something, especially by making a great effort.
Examples:
Obtain a license. Obtain a bid. Where can I obtain the application form?
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done, noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples:
Permit application. Work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early.
Proposal.
A formal suggestion or offer, sometimes a written one.
Examples:
An innovative proposal. Details of his proposal. Our skeleton outline of the proposal met with much opposition.
Waterfall.
A point in a river or stream where water falls from a high place, for example, over a cliff or rock.
Examples:
Scenic waterfall. A waterfall with a fall of 10 feet. Years of river erosion have formed the uniquely shaped waterfall basin.
Orchid.
A plant with showy or unusual flowers, typically having either a single, complex flower or a cluster of small flowers, many of which are prized for their beauty and often cultivated as ornamental plants.
Examples:
Orchid garden. Orchid species. The orchid blooms were so delicate and beautiful.
Crew.
A group of people who work together, especially on a ship or airplane.
Examples:
The film crew. The crew of a fishing boat. The ship's crew worked hard to repair the damaged sails before the next storm hit.
Orient.
To position or adjust someone or something for a particular purpose. Noun, the countries of Asia.
Examples:
Orient my thinking. The exotic flavor of the Orient. She took a moment to orient herself in the unfamiliar city.
Flora.
All the plants in a particular region or time, typically regarded as a whole.
Examples:
Bowel flora. Aquatic flora. The Amazon rainforest is home to a diverse flora of plant species.
Fauna.
The animal life of a particular region, habitat, or geological period.
Examples:
The tropical fauna. Fauna reserve. The national park is home to a diverse fauna of animal species.
Wildlife.
Animals, birds, insects, etc. that grow independently of people and live in natural conditions.
Examples:
Wildlife sanctuary. Bird and other wildlife. The conservation area has an abundance of wildlife.
Degrade.
To make something worse, especially in quality, to show or treat someone in a way that makes them see no value and do not have the respect or reasonable opinion of others.
Examples:
Degrade his public image. Degrade environmental quality. You should not degrade yourself by allowing them to use you.
Awesome.
Inspiring fear, admiration, or respect. Very good, nice, fun, etc.
Examples:
Awesome mental faculty. Have an awesome birthday. There is a lot of awesome nature and food in Hawaii.
Conservation.
The protection of something important, such as the natural environment or artificial structures, especially from the damaging effects of human activity.
Examples:
Soil conservation. The conservation law of physics. The forest was recently designated a conservation area.
Patron.
A person who gives financial or other support to a person, organization, or activity, a loyal or regular customer of a particular shop, restaurant, etc.
Examples:
The patron saint of a place. Political patron. They have been a patron of this restaurant for many years.
Undermine.
To make someone or something less powerful, less effective, weaker gradually, to make someone's fame, competence, or authority less effective or weaker gradually.
Examples:
Undermine a good relationship. Undermine their adversary's reputation. They tried to undermine her position by slandering her.
Patience.
The ability to remain calm and composed in the face of adversity, delay, or frustration. The capacity to tolerate or endure difficult or unpleasant situations without becoming upset or angry.
Examples:
Test my patience. Show patience. Healing a broken heart requires patience, as it takes time to heal.
Persistent.
Continuing firmly or obstinately in the course of action, despite difficulty or opposition, lasting or enduring without fading or being lost over time.
Examples:
Persistent cough. Persistent data. Despite the setbacks, he remained persistent in his pursuit of his dreams.
Embedded.
Fixed firmly into the surface of something.
Examples:
Embedded systems. LED embedded glass. The embedded chip in my credit card allows me to make contactless payments.
Navigate.
To plan and direct the way that a ship, plane, etc. will travel, often by using a map.
Examples:
Navigate the Pacific. Navigate through a document. Our knowledge helps navigate our clients successfully.
Tricky.
Requiring care and skill, because challenging to do or deal with.
Examples:
Tricky problem. A tricky recipe to follow. We have discussed the entirety of this tricky problem.
Conservative.
Holding traditional views and values and opposed to change or innovation.
Examples:
A conservative society. Conservative about production. He always makes a conservative estimation when predicting future sales.
Parachute.
A device used to slow the motion of people or objects through an atmosphere consisting of a large piece of thin cloth that is attached to them and opens out in the air.
Examples:
Parachute troops. Golden parachute. This training includes emergency escape drills with parachutes.
Instantly.
Immediately.
Examples:
Instantly cope with. Be killed instantly. I remembered that person instantly and never forgot.
Tropical.
Originating in, located in, or characteristic of the tropics.
Examples:
Tropical cyclones. Tropical islands. Tropical storm Marco is making his way along the coast of Florida.
Stabilize.
To become or cause to become steady or unlikely to give way.
Examples:
Stabilize prices. Stabilize blood sugar levels. The raising of interest rates stabilizes the inflation rate.
Efficient.
Performing at the highest level of productivity with the least wasted effort or resources, capable of achieving maximum output with minimum wasted effort, time, or materials.
Examples:
Efficient operation. Energy efficient appliances. The new washing machine is much more efficient than the old one.
Avert.
To prevent something dangerous or undesirable from happening.
Examples:
Avert disaster. Avert a strike. The dam systematically releases large amounts of water to avert flooding during the rainy season.
Biodiversity.
The number and variety of plants and animals that exist in a particular area or the world and make a balanced environment.
Examples:
Biodiversity conservation. Loss of biodiversity. The country was instrumental in promoting the Biodiversity Treaty.
Collapse.
To fall down or give way suddenly, often after breaking apart.
Examples:
The stock market collapsed. Ready to collapse. The roof finally collapsed after 3 days and 3 nights of heavy snowfall.
Overhaul.
A thorough examination, evaluation, or inspection of something, often with the intent of making necessary improvements, a major reorganization or restructuring of a system or process. Verb, to thoroughly examine, repair, and improve something to ensure that it is functioning properly and up to standard.
Examples:
Overhaul process. Vehicle overhaul. The mechanic suggested an overhaul of the engine to improve performance.
Grassroots.
Of or relating to the ordinary people in a society or an organization as constituting a fundamental political and economic group.
Examples:
A grassroots movement for nuclear disarmament. The grassroots factor in making the decision. The feeling among the company's grassroots is that the CEO is not radical enough.
Fraction.
A small part or item forming a piece of a whole, the quotient of 2 rational numbers.
Examples:
A fractional share of the vote. A numerator in a fraction. He spent only a fraction of his earnings.
Decision maker.
A person who makes important decisions, especially at a high level in an organization.
Examples:
Policy decision maker. Act as a decision maker. A wealth of information does not always have a positive impact on decision makers.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Wisdom.
The quality of being wise, or the ability to use your knowledge and experience to make sensible decisions.
Examples:
A fountain of wisdom. Wisdom literature. The community greatly respected and sought after the older adult's wisdom.
Untapped.
Not yet used or exploited.
Examples:
Untapped market. Untapped potential. The forest held many untapped resources that could be used for commercial purposes.
Appreciate.
To value and acknowledge the worth of someone or something, to be grateful for something or someone.
Examples:
Appreciate her feedback. Appreciate the value. We would appreciate an early reply.
Under-resourced.
Lacking sufficient resources, especially financial or material support, to carry out a particular task, project, or mission.
Examples:
Under-resourced community. Under-resourced nonprofits. The under-resourced school needed help to provide basic supplies for its students.
Forestry.
The science, art, and practice of managing forests, including planting, cultivating, and caring for trees and conserving and developing natural forests.
Examples:
A forestry school. Sustainable forestry. The forestry industry plays a crucial role in the management and conservation of forests around the world.
Elite.
Belonging to the wealthiest, most potent, best educated, or best trained group in a society.
Examples:
Earn elite status. Elite athlete. Very few educational elites go to Oxford or Cambridge.
Worsen.
To become or make something worse.
Examples:
Worsen a relation. Worsen the food problem. Unilateral import bans have worsened that country's terms of trade.
Gender.
The range of characteristics of femininity and masculinity and differentiating between them, especially when considering social and cultural differences rather than differences in biology.
Examples:
Gender-blind policies. Dual gender. Cultural norms strongly influence gender expectations.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Locate.
To specify or determine the exact position of someone or something.
Examples:
Locate a missing pet. Locate a tumor. The robot can accurately locate construction material.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.